today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Chicago Bears.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in Week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Now the first carry for Bush. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. This running game so important for them. Know that it helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion right is Jones.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The Bears at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go again with Bush. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 122 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in Week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league.
I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Now Jackson on second down. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. 7 yards there and a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Bush trying the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They run up the middle with Bush.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
On the run, it's Bush. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Jackson. It's Kelce on the ground. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And by their rookie quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man here is Foster. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Jackson now off the bootleg. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle they go. It's Bush. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
They'll run on first down. It's Bush. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now Thomas will come in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Throwing is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Powering forward.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
It across with Bush. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Foster on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got White here. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll start on the ground with Bush. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now 2nd and 3.
They go play action now. Jackson.
Out route. He finds his man. It's Jones.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
On first down, Bush.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bush. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. 34 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down and a run by Robinson. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
Pulled in at the 24. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll run on first down. It's Bush, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Bush. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard.
Play action. It's Jackson. Man open. Here is Jones. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
First and goal, Bush. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Jackson. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Julio Jones from 4 yards out.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. return it to the 24-yard line. That's DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll run it with Bush.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action with Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to get away. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This from 44 yards away. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw here.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
He's got his man Sharp, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here complete to Kelsey.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Joe Burrow has thrown a touchdown pass.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front. As we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He'll find Taylor. That's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Rodney McLeod.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Going up the middle, Foster. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They'll pick up of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Looking to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On the counter, it's Bush. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Yeah. You don't want that.
Now Jackson on 2nd down.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle.
It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
This is Bush. Fights through and now a crease. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bush. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Jackson. Touchdown! Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bears extend their lead yet again. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're...
There he goes, left side. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
168 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Jackson. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson now.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try.
There he goes, right side.
Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there.
70 yards. And the Bucs are able to claw one back.
And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Here's Jackson to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try the right side with Bush. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now it's Jackson.
That one complete downfield to Thomas.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
A give. This is Bush. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to have a third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Jackson on third down. going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Derek Brown with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Back now in Tampa. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll drop to throw.
They'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This pass complete to Higgins.
Oh, he's going to be stopped up right at that unofficial yellow line, but I do believe he got the 2 yards. Yes, confirmed by the referee. It's a first down.
They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They're going to look to throw. And he lost the football. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. First and goal, Foster. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. They'll go again with Bush.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10.
Bush trying the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, Why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. Have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's Jackson. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. A handoff as they run the counter play. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Touchdown Bears! Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears are on their way to a 2-0 start. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. Now back to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll look to throw here. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson.
It fights him off. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on.
So for the Bears, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.